So last night, after 15 years, the Colonel walks into my office. It made me take a good hard look at myself. Maybe I have hit bottom, and maybe I do look like hell. Lord knows the only exercise I've had lately is tipping the bottle and flipping cards into my hat. I gotta find some work. Contrary to what the Colonel might think, I'm as good a detective as he ever was. Now I just gotta prove it. I'm gonna scare up a job today, even if it means finding somebody's lost puppy. My old reliable faux oak desk. This cabinet is where my old successes go to die. The Scotchguard that Rudy's upholstering service put on my office chairs will stand up to anything, and I ought to know. Nothing here but nostalgia. CrimeLink computer is the only valuable piece of equipment left in the office. By entering suspect information like height, weight, and hair color, I can access the suspect's personal files. Toxic Taste is a novel by Lou G. Trundle, the only mutant popular enough to make the New York Times bestseller list. This here is my favorite desk drawer. As usual, it's a mess. Most of these desk drawers haven't been used for so long, I'm afraid to open them. As usual, it's a mess. Nothing in here but a stamp. Nothing in here but a stamp. Nothing in here but a pen. Nothing in here but a pen. As usual, it's a mess. As usual, it's a mess. Hip-hop English keeps me up on all the slang kids are using today. I love my comfy chair. This one really isn't art, it's a placemat from Taco Bob's. That hutch holds a life's worth of knickknacks, paddywhacks, and the world's largest piece of elbow macaroni. The office was actually a dance studio before I moved in, and Latin dancing is a Murphy family tradition. Ah, the closet door. All I've ever needed was a soft felt fedora, a well-tailored overcoat, and a comfy pair of sneakers. Some people know what they like, and they stay with it. Well, that's not gonna work. My gun. I love it so much! Old trusty sidearm. Been with me since the beginning. You want some of this, huh? Bam, bam! Hey, bam, bam, bam! Bam! Bam, bam! Bam! And you! Hey, Sonny, can you help me out? My girlfriend threw my gun out of the window. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, just pick it up and, Hey, don't point that thing up here. That's not a toy, you know. Oh my hell. No matter how bad things got, I always had my gun. Now I've lost that too. I have a feeling this is going to be one of those days. My phonograph's an old family heirloom. I love to play the classics. Kool and the Gang, Peaches and Herb. My phonograph's an old family. That's the door to the street. The air outside feels thick, like I'm breathing through a pair of dirty gym socks. It's a high radiation day. Most everyone will be staying inside, but I need to hunt for some work. I always like to start the day with the traditional PI breakfast. That hits the spot. Chelsea Bando's the kind that could hold her own with anyone, but she has a way of turning my knees to jelly. She's a mutant just like everyone else in this part of town, but she's a real beauty.
Well, hello, stranger.
Hey, sweetheart. Know anyone who could use my services today?
Well, I guess that depends on which services we're talking about, big guy.
So why don't you join me for a drink and I'll go over all the great services I have to offer.
Gee, Tex, you know, that kind of talk could get you into trouble, but I don't drink with customers.
Well, not even with the hottest PI in town?
Well, maybe, but I hear he's busy. So, is there something I can do for you? Rook acts like a tough guy, but he's a softie. Just don't tell him that to his face. Oh, you know me, Tex. I'm just making ends meet. I love Louis, but his friendliness doesn't fool me. He's a sharp one. He knows everything that's going on in this neighborhood. Franny's a live wire. Either she or Sal is going to do time for killing the other one. I have never seen a couple fight like they do. Sal's a handful. He's a nice guy, but I don't know, I feel kind of naked when he gives me the eye. Luckily, Ardo seems to like me. I mean, if I were on his bad side, I'd be tempted to relocate. He could crush a Subaru with one hand. Wish I could help you there, Tex.
Chelsea runs a first-rate newsstand. Rook Garner runs this pawn shop. Rook Garner runs this pawn shop. He's a crusty old World War III vet with a face like a raisin and a tongue like a butcher's cleaver.
What do you want, Murphy?
Looks like someone didn't get enough fiber in his breakfast this morning.
Shut up, Murphy. The last thing I need right now is a yappy-mouthed wise guy.
Sorry, you just look like you could stand to be lightened up a bit.
I just got my wallet lightened. Does that count? Last night someone broke into my pawn shop. I don't usually have anything of great value, but yesterday I gave out a fair amount of cash for an extremely valuable diamond bracelet.
How much is a fair amount of cash?
In this case, $8,000.
Boy, that's a lot of clams, Rook.
Don't you think I know that? The bracelet was pawned by a young girl named Emma Nimpton. She said she hated to hawk a family heirloom, but had no choice. She said she would reclaim the bracelet in a month. Well, since the bracelet was worth 10 times the $8,000 I loaned her, it was a good deal for me.
Did you get any other information from this Emma Nimpton?
She left a phone number. I called her this morning, but the line is disconnected.
So do you have any leads on recovering the bracelet?
No, the police are a waste of time, and I can't afford to hire a decent PI.
Well, apparently you've forgotten that I'm a world-class PI.
I'd appreciate your help. I'm not a rich man, but if you find the bracelet, I'll owe you a few favors, which could come in handy. Come back here and I'll show you where they broke in.
Rook takes me out back and shows me where the burglar broke in. The back window is busted out and the latch is ripped. It's a sloppy job. As I start my investigation, I'm looking for information to enter into my crime-link computer back at the office. One thing's for sure, Emma Nimpton won't be one of the suspects' names. Every PI worth his salt knows that's not my name spelled backwards. Well, that's the sturdy, worm-eaten back door to Rook's pawn shop. The baby rum wrapper looks like it was left recently. Yep, still warm. These are empty jumbo-sized cans of Camel's chunky chocolate soup. Good. I wonder what all these garbage cans are doing around here. Maybe Rook is running a low-rent hostel. I don't usually enjoy piles of garbage, but they do add a lot of character to this alley. Looks like a shoe print is outlined in that sticky pool of something resembling chocolate. Footprints about a size 14. Well, obviously the window was broken from the outside. An empty bottle of evanescent spring water, for those with a higher class of thirst. Like Rook always says, you can cut corners here and there, but there's nothing like a quality garbage can. Looks like a key of some kind. It's one of those basketballs they used to give away at Weenie World. 10 seconds left. Down by 1. Murphy has the ball. He fakes. He drives. It's a 360. He's fouled. Well, that steep staircase looked really hard to climb. Wow, a recyclable paper can. Finally, a glimmer of ecological responsibility. I didn't know Rook cared. Wow, Wow, Wow. Whoa! This antique boombox worked. I bet it'd only play the Bee Gees. This old relic probably hasn't worked in years. Hey, there are batteries in here. I wonder if these still work. Tingly tongue. Still got juice. This rickety wooden fence keeps Rook's Pawn Shop and the Slice of Heaven Pizza Parlor from collapsing into each other. All hell has broken loose since the government stopped requiring products to display those give a hoot, don't pollute symbols. Oh, looks like Mr. Bum is home for the evening.
Yeah, what do you want?
I'm looking for some information regarding the robbery at Rook's last night.
Well, there are thieves everywhere. Someone just stole my radio. Sure, it was busted, but it was all I had. Man, who would stoop to robbing the homeless?
Okay, I did it. How was I to know? I thought the thing was junk.
Junk? Junk? Oh, get out of my face, dirtbag!
Well, that's not gonna work. Oh, looks like Mr. Bum is home for the evening.
Oh no, not you again. Look, I'll warn you right now, I'm almost out of chocolate syrup and I'm not in a good mood.
Look, I'll do you a favor. If you're free Thursday, I'll take you to the Chocoholics Anonymous meeting.
Spare me the insults, tough guy. If you got something to say, spill it.
I tried to forget you, I really did. But I had to come back and see what I could do to help you get back on your feet.
God, you are a pest!
Well, that's not gonna work.
This isn't a good time for a social call, punk. If I don't get her fixed soon, I'll go insane! Dory mi fa sol la ti do.
Well, I think the Chocoholics Anonymous could do wonders for you.
How do you get lost before you eat that chocolate-colored hat of yours? This isn't a good time for a social call, punk. If I don't get her fixed soon, I'll go insane! Dory mi fa sol la ti do.
I don't make a practice of helping out addicts, but I think I've got something that will ease the pain.
Don't hold out on me, man. If you've got something, let's have it.
Looks like someone's back door opens onto the fire escape. Hey, this door's just painted on. The baby rum wrapper looks...
So, Murphy, have you come up with anything yet?
I've got some clues, but I need some more information from you.
That depends on whether you're here to help me or to irritate me. She's a honey, ain't she? Makes me wish I was 30 years younger. She knows the black market and has helped me make some connections. Louis and I go way back. We ran guns to Ethiopia before World War III, then fought in the same regiment during the war. After the war, Louis opened the Brew and Stew and told me about this shop, which I bought for a song, and then I started my own pawn business. Franny's a hot-blooded gal. She and her husband Sal wake up the neighborhood sometimes with their rows. Sal's a brute. Funny as hell, but he can get pretty bad after a couple of drinks. He and his wife Franny have a real love-hate thing. Makes me glad I never tied the knot. Sal leaves running the pizza joint up to Franny. Strikes me as a village idiot. He came by one time to see if I had any Inspector Burns action figures. I told him I'd never heard of these Burns characters and thought the kid was gonna tear my damn head off. I don't know anything about that. It was a beauty. Encrusted with diamonds and rubies and inlaid with gold. It makes me mad as hell that someone would break into the shop. I have a hard enough time making ends meet. I don't know anything about that.
Hi, Tex. How's the investigation going? Is there anything I can do to help? Sorry, I haven't heard anything about that. Yeah, I remember Rook told me about the burglary. I remember a stranger hanging around the past couple of days. It might be a dead end, but I seem to remember that the guy had these bright green eyes and a tattoo of an anchor on his arm. Wish I could help you there, Tex.